ShartimusPrime, reading comics, toys are hella sick,
Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another Star Wars action figure review on the Star Wars The Black Series, The Empire Strikes Back movies, hyper-real Darth Vader. If you pick this up, you can do so.
Big, get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And I gotta give a big thanks to Hasbro for making this review possible and sending out this free sample my way to review for you guys. I actually got to play around with this figure a little bit at San Diego Comic-Con at the breakfast, and yeah, it's pretty sweet. I already kind of like it already. So anyway, you get a nice product shot right there, and then you get some Velcro holding this together, and then on the inside you can see these hands, and you can see a bunch of poses right there, and you can see some accessories right there, and Darth Vader actually looks pretty cool in packaging, and I really do like this packaging. Nice odd shape. And you can see a window on this side, and then on the back you can see a product shot. You can see some of the endoskeleton right over there, and then you get these little reads right over here. It says highly detailed character likeness, ultra premium textiles, metallic endoskeleton, and then character inspired accessories. And then on the side right here it says seamless joints, and then highly posable. And then on the top it says Star Wars The Black Series, and not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. And here's the hyper-real Darth Vader figure out of the packaging, looking quite incredible. I do have a gripe with this guy. I have a QC issue that I am going to get into in just a little bit, but I gotta say, for the most part, this thing is very impressive and so far very fun to pose around. A lot of cool stuff going on here, especially with the accessories. So let's get a closer look at those, and then we'll take a closer look at Lord Vader. So we get this awesome base for Darth Vader right here. I believe this is the floor from Bespin, right? This looks like this great flooring from Bespin. I really dig it a lot. You have 4 different slots where you could peg in some pegs. You get some peg storage right over here at the very bottom. You also get this clamping piece right over here so you can connect it to multiple bases, as you can see right over there. It has that extra lip. I love how there's this kind of like little bit of metallic fleck, a glittery fleck right over there in the plastic. I think it's just a nice little touch that looks really cool. I do dig this, and Darth Vader fits on here very well. It's not too short. It's just a perfect size compared to the figure. And then for the rest of the accessories that come with Darth Vader, we have the Force Push effect, we have his lightsaber, we have 3 identical pairs of hands, and then we have 2 unique right hands right here. So for the paired up hands, we have fisted hands, we have lightsaber holding hands, and then we get finger out hands, not a trigger finger, but you know, pointing finger. And then you get a wide open hand right here for the left side, and then on the right side, you have the Force Push hand right over there, which is really cool. So I really dig that a lot. And then we also get what looks like a trigger finger hand, which is more for this finger just going on the button, I believe anyway. I think that's what that's for. So yeah, that looks pretty good. And the lightsaber looks really good too. I gotta say that. I love how this came out. Nice detail right there. The silver paint. Really digging that. If you want to take the blade off, you can. And it's contoured to the lightsaber. Nice detail with the gold right over there. I really dig that. Nice translucent red. Looks really good. And of course, you can't have this hang off of his hip right here. It's kind of tricky though, because this little hook is really soft. I really wish they made this particular piece with a harder plastic, because whenever I try to get this hoop through, it just pulls it down. So, you know, it's not like really around there. It's kind of tricky to do. I see this is just not really working very well for me, so I'm probably just gonna have them displayed with the lightsaber in hand anyway. And then looking at the Force Push effect, I love it. It looks great, man. That's very cool. I really like this effect a lot. Really nice. Soft plastic over here, you know, gets a little bit more firm in the middle, of course, because it's just more dense, but I really dig that. You get a peg that sticks out of the back, then you have your Force Push hand. As you can see, there's a peg hole right there in the middle of the palm, and then boom, so you can have them do that. Whoosh. So that's cool. I love that it has this. I like how the helmet looks. Very dark, very black, as it should be. And I love how it has a slight huge gunmetal color right over here on this portion of the mask. And you get to see some touches of silver right over there and right there. And very shiny. It is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but it's still really awesome, and that's pretty much how I'd like it. And you can see the chain that he has right over here for the cape. It's very dark, so you cannot really see it too well. It's made out of a soft plastic material, and I do love the soft goods that we're getting for the cape itself. Then we have some nice shoulder pads right there. My biggest gripe with this figure is this whole panel right there on his lower torso. It's crooked. Just opening it from right away, I was able to see that that this was crooked, and I'm like, oh, but I like the paint detail, and you can see some of that text right underneath there, so that's cool. I can't remember the text name, you know what I mean, that they use for Star Wars, but it looks good otherwise. It's just placed on there all crooked, so that's a bit irritating. I love how the soft rubbery silicone feeling part looks. I don't know if this is silicone or not, but man, they did such a great job with this. I love the sculpted wrinkles and the seams. I've had this figure in hand for a while now. I've had it open and I've been playing with it for quite a bit, and I have not had anything bad happen with this material. It's held up just fine, so I'm very happy about that. You can see the joints moving in there. Very realistic. I think Hot Toys should really take note with this, because whatever this material is, yeah, Hot Toys should be using it as well. I love how these little panels and buttons look right here on the waist. Very pleased with that. See the back of the figure with, you know, lifting the cape up, and not a whole lot of details right there. You get your Vader back and your Vader butt right there. I've never really looked at Darth Vader's butt before, but hey, there's a first time for everything. And there are his legs. Again, that rubbery material or the silicone, it seems like it's silicone, I'm just saying that for right now. It's really good. And nice crotch piece right over there with all the lines and wrinkles in it. The boots look great. I love how shiny and glossy these boots are. So I'm very pleased with that, man. Figure looks awesome. Back side of the boots look awesome as well, and he does have peg holes at the bottom of his feet. And just to get the figure further back, I mean, you can see how big this cape is, so you can adjust the cape around here as you'd like, and I think that's just really cool. So very happy with the cape on this guy. And of course you get the soft goods for like the skirt area too, so that's great as well. No bendy wire or anything, but I feel like it doesn't really need it, while I would prefer it. And we get some great articulation on this guy, so you can move Darth Vader's head up very far. That's great. Another gripe of mine is I wish you could remove the helmet and the mask and everything so you could see Anakin underneath, but anyway, you can move his head down that far as well. You also get side-to-side motion and great head pivoting right over here too, so that's awesome. I feel like there's two joints in here, one right here, like a dumbbell joint, you know? Anyway, the shoulder pads can move up and down. They're not on an actual hinge, but it's just kind of like pegged in there, so that's good that you can move that up and down. You can move the shoulders outward very far. You can move them down, rotate forward, rotate back. It feels like there's a bicep swivel in there. Yep, you can feel the swivel moving in there, and you get a great double jointed elbow. That's awesome. And then all the wrists turn side to side. They do not move up and down at all. You have a ball joint in there, but it's really just at the wrist where they connect. So you can see how that works. You have the ball peg in there. So no real wrist joint. He does have an ab crunch forward, or I want to say a torso crunch, because it's more like the abs and the waist moving. So he'll move forward that much at the waist and back that much. You get some waist pivoting, and he can turn side to side. And I just took this apart right here. Wow, okay, so that's not too bad. Let's see if I can get this back together. Yeah, and it just pegs right in. Cool, so it's not broken. The hips move outward very far, and he does kick forward that much and back not much at all. And he does have an upper thigh joint right in there, so if you grab him by the boot, you can move that upper thigh joint. He also has double jointed knees that it's like they want to bend in more than 90 degrees, but then it springs back. So that's a little frustrating, but at least it's at 90 degrees right there. You can turn the foot side to side. It will move down, it will move up, and he has beautiful ankle pivot. Now to measure out this hyper real Darth Vader figure, you can see that he is standing just a little over the 9-inch mark. And then for a Darth Vader figure comparison, we have the Kotobukiya model kit right over there. Thank you, Theron. And then we have the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series Darth Vader right here, which I believe is from A New Hope. But one thing I didn't mention is that this guy is hefty. Like, there's some serious weight to him because of that metal armature inside the body. The Kotobukiya model is super light, and then the Darth Vader from the 6-inch Black Series is kind of, you know, regular action figure weight. And then here's Darth Vader next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Badass Spider-Man. Wow, so this whole time you could be badass like you were in Rogue One, but you just chose not to? Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, you deserve to take a look at my dark side. So I think Hasbro did a really good job with this figure. Aside from the one QC issue that I have here, I really do like it a lot. I do think this figure looks amazing. It's very fun to pose around, very realistic. I'm not the biggest fan of this scale though. I usually don't collect figures in this 9-inch scale. I don't mind it. It's just that for me personally, I have 12-inch scale figures, I have 6-inch scale figures, I have very few 3 3/4 inch, and barely any 9-inch figures. So it's not my preferred scale, but I do think the figure is pretty pretty amazing, and at the price point this is selling for, I think it's totally worth it, and I'm giving it a Sun rating of...
It's not too bad.
And I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. Hit the like button if you liked this video, and also hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell if you have not already. A big thanks to all these people over here that support this YouTube channel. It is very much needed and appreciated, even though it may not seem like it because I just got a free toy over here. But your guys' support really does go a long way. If you want to see the latest in action figure news, you can find it all over at toynewseye.com, and don't forget to follow me over on the Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures every day. I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, I'm posing action figures, it's okay.
That's crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot, your face is set, we're shot.